Every election, people are given the opportunity to choose who their leader will be. And everyone expects that that opportunity is free, fair, and credible. Can we actually say that the election that held on the 25th of February in Nigeria, can we say that it was free, fair, and credible? That's a huge question begging for answers. Hi, hello! Welcome to my podcast. I am Oma, you're very sweet on radio and TV. Of course, this podcast is quite special because we are chronicling the journey of Nigerians to 25th of February, even after 25th of February. We are now talking about post-elections. And on the election day, I was out there on the field. Yes, leading up to the election, a lot of things happened. There were a lot of orders, counter orders, whether there is going to be sit at home in the southeast, whether people are going to come out to vote and all that. But let me shock you. I covered the election in Onitsha North local government area. I monitored the election, and most of the polling units that I visited, as early as 8 a.m., the electorate were already there waiting for the INEC officials. Now, what happened? The INEC officials were not available at some of the polling units even up until 10:30 a.m. And these electorates, they had to wait. Some that came out as early as 8 a.m., they stayed put till 10:30 a.m., 11 a.m., past 11 a.m., 11:30 to 12, past 12 to 1, when the INEC officials started arriving at some of the polling units. And while we were waiting, going around the polling units to find out exactly what's going on, we had to visit the Onitsha North local government area to find out the delay, why the INEC officials and the INEC materials are being delayed. And when we got to the Onitsha North local government area, we found out that they were busy dispatching the materials. Okay, they had already started dispatching the materials, but something basic that I found out was that some of the INEC officials, they did not know the location of the polling units. They were actually supposed to have visited the polling units a day prior to the day they will be dispatched. So some of them don't even know the location of their polling unit. So they had to start looking for road. Some of them were using Google Maps to locate the polling unit where they are supposed to serve. That's number one. Then number two, they arrived at the polling units very late. Some of them, election was supposed to start by 8:30 a.m. Some of them arrived at the polling units by 10:30 a.m., past 11 a.m. to 12, past 1 p.m. And some polling units in the Onitsha metropolis, they did not have INEC officials at the venue, even for the whole day. So in some of these polling units, they held their own election on the 26th of February. Now, I got reports that some of these polling units where there was no election, that some INEC officials visited them on the 26th of February, which was on a Sunday, and told them that they forgot something, that they forgot the password of the beavers. Okay, they left again, came back, and took the remaining INEC officials and left, and they did not come back to the polling unit. So a lot of persons were disenfranchised in the southeastern part of Nigeria, the same way some people were disenfranchised in some other parts of the country. Of course, if you've been on the social media, you see a lot of skirmishes here and there. You see videos flying up and there of thuggery, election thuggery, snatching of ballot boxes, and all that happened at this election. However, I went into the streets. I asked a lot of people voters, how they voted, their voting experience from their polling unit, and they had this to say. Did you vote yes?
No, I could not.
Why?
Because the election materials didn't turn up on time. I stayed in my polling unit, left there, returned till 6 p.m. They only started accreditation around, say 5 p.m. I had children to go and take care of. My wife had to go to her own polling unit to see if she could vote. Had the same story. Came back later on around 7, 8 p.m. So there was a tactical disenfranchisement from the INEC officials. Whatever.
Where's the vote
polling unit was at Mwazaki Playground in Awada.
Thank you. Thank you. So, my question is very simple. Did you vote yesterday?
Of course, no.
Where?
Omoba Primary School, I think.
How was the voting?
It was excellent.
Very simple question. Did you vote yesterday?
Yeah, of course I voted yesterday.
Your polling unit?
Omoba, okay.
Okay. How was the voting?
It was okay,
Arrival of
peaceful.
INEC officials?
We started voting by 8:45. Everybody was, for me, I voted by 8:45. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My question is very simple. Wait now, if you did not vote, just tell me you did not vote.
I voted now.
Did you vote yesterday?
Yes,
Your
yes.
polling unit?
My polling unit, Kara.
Huh?
Kara,
Car where?
Obaru side.
How was the environment?
The environment was peaceful and calm. Sorry.
Okay. Did you vote yesterday?
I did do. Ha!
Where is your polling
Coca filling station. Hey!
How was the arrival
You
of the INEC officials?
Those guys, they came late. That's one. Well, my wife voted at Amazing Grace Alliance. Those ones, they came around after 12. Of course, the polling unit was not a large one. It was just a polling unit of 100 people. So it was one of the most freest, coolest, calmest polling unit. But Coca, ha! I went there around 12. I left there 6 o'clock. We were still voting. People were still voting. So, and a lot of my guys, the ones that voted around 8 p.m., 1 a.m. and they had to stay to count the votes. Our vote must decide this time. God, we've done our part.
If you did not vote, just
I
tell
didn't
me.
vote.
Why?
They didn't give me my voter's card. I registered. I went there 3 times. They say it didn't come out. So that's why.
Of course, I voted now. At is that in Eziama? I just know that is Oyolisa, Eke Olisa, 001.
The arrival of INEC officials.
Okay, I went there around 10:30 and they were there before time, I think so. And plenty people came out and were able to vote, counted our votes.
Did you vote yesterday?
Yes, of course I did.
Where is your polling unit?
My polling unit is at Ama Okikizu, Guamachi village.
How was it?
It was beautiful. It was seamless. It was calm. It had a beautiful voice.
Thank you. So, very simple question. Did you vote yesterday?
Oh my God.
No. If you didn't vote, just tell me you did not and tell me reason. Did you vote yesterday?
Yes.
How was it?
It was free. It was free and fair.
What's your polling unit?
007.
Okay.
17.
Arrival of INEC officials. Did they arrive?
They
early?
came on time.
They came on time.
Yes.
Thank you. You did not vote. No, you tell me now.
I couldn't travel to my village. Why?
Say what? What do
Did
you
you
want?
vote yesterday?
No.
No.
Why?
How will I put it? I didn't come with my voting card.
You don't have your PVC?
Yeah, I don't have it here with me.
Okay, you left it.
Yeah.
Did you vote yesterday?
No, ma, I didn't.
What happened?
Okay, first of all, they came late. We were calling them. They said
Who are they?
the staff workers, the INEC workers. They said they didn't see any bus that would convert them to the place of election. That's where the polling units. Then all of a sudden, some people took their private car to bring them. Finally, they came. And all of a sudden, people queued up. They started saying there was no network issue, this one. Some people even donated their phone so that they could make use of their hotspots. They said that the thing was not having issues, it was having issue. Then I called the staff to come. The staff came and I said, okay, he has resolved it. All of a sudden, they said it's not working. All of a sudden, they said, okay, that they made mistake. They swapped the wrong machine. That the machine they were to work with was in Ekusigo, and Ekusigo was with ours. In fact, it was excuse upon excuse upon excuse.
Which polling unit is that?
When you get to Mall Junction, I think 0, we are number 9. Just when you get to Mall roundabout junction, just by your left, that's where we were yesterday. So they didn't. The only thing they succeeded, because people were there till I was also there till evening. They now said they called an official that they were told to sign a paper that showed that okay, that there was no election there. People now said okay, you will sign in our presence, send it in our presence before you go, because people insisted they were not going anywhere. Then I started looking for it. I said, hey, they did not see the book. People people now charged and say if they don't find the book, they are not going anywhere. All of a sudden, some people started showing sentiment that these people don't know what is going on, that these people were, paid, that it's their madam or their orgas that made all these things that is happening.
Do you vote yesterday?
Hey, why will I not vote? Who am I not to vote? Me? I voted and made sure that all my friends voted. Okay. So I'm very excited. My polling unit is at Ogidi 014. And there was 015 by our side. But that 014, we were so many. And I made sure that everybody that were there, they voted.
Yes, I did, though. I voted. Okay. And I didn't just vote. So let me tell you what I did. I went early. I was there and people came, we voted, we organized ourselves very well, we voted, and after voting, I waited till past 8 in the evening to ensure that my vote counts. We counted the votes, not just that, we even opened our hotspot, ensured that the INEC officials had the internet for them to upload our report. So I'm very sure that my center was well represented. So I did my own part, I prayed, I fasted, I did everything, I voted, so I'm sure that we have victory.
What's your polling unit?
Okay, Omoba Primary School. We had 2 units there, Unit 1 and Unit 2.
Yes, I did.
What's your polling unit?
Hey, I'm over phase 1. I'm over primary school.
How was it? How was the voting experience?
Hey, it was fun. I was determined to stand under the sun. As they were going out, I was going front so that I would be able to vote. At the end of the day, we voted.
When did INEC officials come?
Hey, they came around 11.
11?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How was the presence of people? What's the turnout of people?
Hey, people came out in mass. Okay. Everybody was determined to vote, and they voted peacefully. I was like, just one woman wanted to start bribing people, and they now beat hell out of her.
She wanted to do what?
Bribe. Vote for PDP, vote for PDP. They now beat her hell out. She now ran home.
Thank you.
You're welcome. See me today. The slap I hear.
How was your voting experience?
It was wonderful indeed.
You voted yesterday?
I voted, I did.
Where is your polling unit?
That should be Mbo 1025.
Okay. What time did INEC officials come?
They came very late, but I was there as early as 10 a.m. in the morning. Okay. But they arrived very late. They came past 1. Wow. Past 1. I myself, I have to call some other polling units to find out, what I've been holding. If the same experience we're having there is the same thing they're having in the other units. They say that they just arrived past 12, but in our own. But we waited patiently. I myself, we made a provision for 10 bags of sachet water to enable people keep calm, because we have made up our mind that we must vote. A new Nigeria is possible. So, but eventually, when they now arrive, the setting of the system will become another problem. That took them barely an hour again for them to set up the system. But I'll go and have it, because we made up our mind before coming out there. Then we started, like me. Nobody made me an agent for any party, but I volunteered myself. I'm one of the organizers to make sure that everything is put in place. Now, I believe people to queue on the line. They queue, they started voting. Even before the rain came, we believe everybody should calm down. At least we are giving people, educating them more, so that because some of them that started without even knowing upon the education we have been giving them, for orientation we are giving them, some of them keep on making mistakes. Some do print 2 places in there, some do print, they do still the line. So we keep on making sure that the one they wasted before, before we intervene, to make sure that those votes counts. Then we started implementing everything. But we were there till 6 in the evening to make sure that everybody that appeared on the polling unit thumbprint and his vote being casted now. We went there, and I was here until this. Everything that was voted was counted before we will now proceed on the issue of uploading, which is another journey of itself again. There was no network to upload it now, but I got me happy. What is important that everything went well. There was no interruption apart when the rain came. People refused to leave the rain. People were in the queue. It was raining, and people were there singing, praising God, thanking God that it's a rain of blessing. A new Nigeria is possible. So everybody waited patiently, and everything was concluded, and we left there peacefully. That's so far I can be able to say for now. Thank you.
Wow. Really, really, really wow. People have different sorts of experiences, election experience in this particular 2023 election. And of course, like I said, this is a chronicle of the journey of Nigerians, pre-election, post-election. Nigerians, they've gone all out to vote for their candidate for the 25th February general elections, and of course they are sharing their experiences. You keep hearing these experiences because it's been from one sad experience to another experience. To some other places it was a calm election, it was peaceful, it was free, it was fair. In some other areas there were thugs that were sent to disrupt what people were doing. Some people got injured, some people got hurt, some people were stabbed, others had the ballot papers burned to ashes. In some places there was no election at all because of the sit at home order. In some other places, there were elections. I would actually say that a lot of persons were disenfranchised as a result of these irregularities faced during these elections. Of course, let me know where you voted, whether you voted, how was your polling unit, what happened there, when did INEC officials arrive, how peaceful was the election at your polling unit. This is a series and it's going to run, it's still running. I'd like to know your thoughts, what you think about this 2023 general election. Thank you so much for joining me today on this particular podcast. I look forward to seeing you in my next podcast. Kindly keep listening, and of course, God bless Nigeria.